All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Pokemon Iron Lions Edition. I have a few things to say up first, just to set some ground rules and to make sure we all have a good time. So, first thing I need to tell you is that this is an actual play using the Pokeroll tabletop role-playing system. And as you can tell, my main player is the one and only Yuma Yamano. Anything you'd like to say to the crowd, Yuma?
Hi everybody, my name is Yuma Yamano. I'm the leader of the Iron Lions, and today we're going to be recounting my adventure in the Pokemon world.
Very nice, very nice. And of course, we also have a special guest lined up for a little bit later in the session, but you're just going to have to stick around to find out who that might be. But let's go over some of those ground rules. So first, you can probably tell that Yuma is the main player here. That means that this is her story. She's going into it blind, having never played the Ruby, Sapphire, Hoenn region games before. That means please don't spoil any major events, any major NPCs, and so on and so forth. And you, of course, can offer advice as long as it's civil and not backseating. And really, it's up to Yuma how much she interacts with chat. This is more of a casual game than, say, Cyberpunk Red was, so feel free to shout out advice. Feel free to, cheer her on, things of that nature. Speaking of cheering them on, there should be two very special point redeems for channel points that can both hinder and help Yuma's progress. Now, there is a cooldown on them, so you want to use those wisely.
Oh.
And I see somebody has found the confetti button. Yes,
confetti!
There's also an automatic confetti button.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's honestly one of my favorite channel redeems. It really is. Where was I? Oh, hey, good. That works too. I'm glad everything's working. Where was I? Yes, the other thing I have to say before we can turn Yuma loose here is that while this is a Hoenn region game, I am putting my own spin on things. And that means you're probably going to see some Pokemon not normally encountered in the region. You're going to see new story, new trainers, and more. So don't freak out if we go off book. It's all going as planned. But yeah, first things first, we need to actually set up Yuma's character. So why don't you detail a little bit about what your idea is for this younger Yuma character, and we'll sort of start from there and sort of feel our way into what sort of attributes we should give the character.
Yeah, so once upon a time, teenage Yuma moves to Little Root Town and becomes a Pokemon trainer. That's the very, very basics of it. In my head, her personality, my personality, I guess, is a little more naive than I hope that I portray myself. I mean, maybe I already portrayed myself as fairly naive, but even more so than that. I had some questions. Are there like people who have, lion ears and tails, a norm in this world?
Well, the best thing about that is I'm the GM, so I just have to wave my little magic wand and poof, bam, done.
Okay. I'm totally fine with it being something that she's like hiding or unsure about. If it's like uncommon, maybe it's common where she comes from, but it's like something that is unusual. Oh, Pokemaniacs have those? Well, then maybe it's something that's seen as like, oh, is she just like pretending? And in reality, she's not. I'm not sure if that's kind of like how you feel about that, but I'm curious about like exploring that a little bit more.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm completely down with that sort of thing, like sort of doing that not cosplay, but cosplay angle where, people would look at you and go, oh, she's just really getting into, a contest or something.
Cosplay, yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's pretty awesome. And then it turns out she's not. She's just from somewhere else, which I don't know if we can just pretend that another region has like normally like lion cat-like people. What do you think?
It's probably Sinnoh if I had to name a region, but that's a knockdown Diamond and Pearl.
Because of the Chunies, all the Chunies of Sinnoh. Yeah, and I guess I didn't really have too much backstory aside from eventually she stops being a Pokemon trainer, which is like would be like whatever the conclusion way far down the road would be, for question mark reason. And I'd say if there's like family involved, then the family that she would probably have is like moved there with her mom and like has older brothers that don't live with them. And like they've gone off and done their own either Pokemon journeys or like just older brothers somewhere in the world.
Right. And actually that leads to a question I have for you.
Sure.
So the sort of defining feature of the starting of the Hoenn region is that the trainer coming in, canonically known as I believe it's Sapphire, her dad is one of the gym leaders, the Petalburg gym leader. And you sort of run an errand for him in the beginning of the game. But I wanted to get your input about whether you wanted to have that familiar gym leader connection. I can work one way or the other. I just need to know which would you prefer.
So familiar as in the same, or it would be familiar as in like just somebody else who has backstory with me?
So this would be like actual, like your dad was the Petalburg gym leader kind of a thing. Was or currently is? Currently is. I think I'd rather stray away from that. I feel like talking to my dad in role play is a kind of weird for me. Kind of weird. Yeah. I mean, that's why I asked. Yeah, I appreciate you asking. I was like, Right, cool. I can't unsee IRL dad. Oh, I got it. Cool. All right. This is a good starting point. Did you have any questions before I launched into another monologue, though?
At the moment, no.
Also, Notori, no. Bad Notori. Bad.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at. Yes. I don't think I have any other questions. Nope. I got my mind empty.
Okay. That's usually a good point for me to jump in. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this moment to test out the ambience music. Stream, I did do a little bit of balancing, but if it is too loud or you cannot hear myself or Yuma, please do shout and tell me I need to balance it again. So, first things we're going to do, Yuma, is if you could open up your character sheet, and we'll just sort of follow along a bird's eye view here.
Okay.
So, if you will direct your attention to the Nature tab, sort of right there at the top.
Nature tab.
So, the one thing that stuck out to me when you said that your character was new, naive, well, naive is actually a nature, and I think that might work quite well for you.
Let me check the rule book, the resource, because I thought I saw a couple that also kind of describe me as a, like, if like I was looking at Brave, because Brave is something that seems like kind of like kind of trailblazing forward in the name of justice, and I feel like that's something that is a naive version of Yuma would do.
Yeah, I think that fits quite well. Really, it's whatever nature you want to go with. I'm just here to provide suggestions.
Let me see. Let me look at what naive actually entails, or if you have it up, do you mind sharing with me?
Yeah, I got it. So for naive, the keywords are curious, lighthearted, and innocent. And a naive nature individual is a curious and innocent individual. They easily trust others because they ignore the many dangers of the world. They still have a lot to learn, and they take life as it comes.
You know, that also sounds a lot like me. I think, yeah, I'm totally down with that. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
everything is amazing and interesting.
Yeah, it's a thing. So the one thing I would say is that the one thing the sheets don't do is automatically do your nature, which is annoying. Okay. So when you set your nature, what you're going to want to do is in that confidence over there to the right of the sheet. If you're going with naive, that's a 7. If
Max
you were
7?
going with brave, it would be a 9.
Okay. And confidence sounds like it's an important stat. If this has a whole section of things here.
Let's just say that basically there are times when, actually, let me put it this way. So you have like your normal HP, which is your standard hit points. But then you have what is basically social HP, or that is what is known as confidence.
I see. I feel like, well, I think it makes it a little bit more, because I was leaning towards brave earlier. Brave of heart will face any situation with courage and a cool head. I don't think that I'd have a cool head. Okay, I think naive fits my personality a little bit better. It's like kind of trusting and hasn't, experienced the cold of the world yet. Oh my gosh, wait, you just received a whole ton of subs.
I was about to say that. Yeah, Anonymous, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. And those of you that got a gift sub, pay it forward one day, because that's what good people do.
Yay, thank you.
Gotta love the support. All right, so that is your nature handled. What we need to do now is we need to distribute some points to your attributes. So sort of your strength, dexterity, vitality, insight, those teal boxes to the left of the sheet. You have 2 points you can put into those. Now you automatically start at 1, but you have 2 more points to put wherever you like. And in general, what I would say is that it comes down to the type of character, the type of trainer you'd like to be. So for example, let's say you want to, because I remember you saying this before, you might want to actually get into fights with Pokemon, maybe, if I remember correctly.
Like punch a Pokemon in the face.
Oh, nope, you're here. Yep. What I would say is that if you really do want to punch a Pokemon into the face, you probably want to have a high dexterity and strength. Vitality is your HP, also your regular defense. Insight is kind of how clever or how insightful you are, kind of a tautology. And there's 5 more gifted subs, this time from Celadon.
Wow! Yay, thank you, Celadon! Do you have anything that you say to, like, welcome to the Iron Lions, Platinum Pumas?
If they weren't gift subs, I'd be rolling D20s for everybody, but because they're gift subs, the only way they're going to get their D20 roll is if they continue the sub, because I'm sneaky like that.
What does rolling high or low do?
Let's just say I've only rolled 120 so far, and the person swore that it gave them a boost, not a boost, a raise at work the next day, so...
What? Oh, it's like a luck thing. It's like a fortune thing. Yeah. That's so cute. Okay, so you...
It's a thing.
Yeah. So we got the strength, dexterity, vitality, insight. What does insight give a bonus in? Like, is it like... Can I see the future, or like?
Well, I mean, if you were kind of a seer, maybe. I'm trying to find the real page for it real quick. Oh God, my alerts are freaking out here. Oh, okay. Did I miss anybody? No, I missed a follow. We're good. Let's see. So when it comes to insight, the way they describe it is that this is essentially your way to be aware, perceive, and understand yourself and others, your surroundings. And actually, yes, now that I read it again, there are ways you can become almost psychic in a way.
Okay. I don't think that's me. I think that somewhere along strength and dexterity, or strength and vitality, is probably more along where I'd lean in there. Okay. Let me just put, it was naive, age 16, I assume. Okay, and then, so I can put 1 point, so limit 6 instead of limit 5, right?
No, it would stay limit 5. 5 is the upper limit for all human characters.
Got it. Okay, so score would be, instead of 1, it would be 2.
Correct.
Okay, I'll put 1 in strength and 1 in dex. Yeah.
All right, that works.
Does dexterity help me throw Pokeballs?
It does. Well, it doesn't help you capture them with Pokeballs, but it definitely helps with throwing things, with dodging things.
Got it.
With getting high in initiative order. It's dexterity's kind of a power stat, if you will.
Got it. Okay, perfect. Sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Feel free to interrupt me at any time, because otherwise I'll monologue.
Perfect.
To the right of that, you should see tough, cool, beauty, clever, and cute. Those are basically your social stats. You know, kind of your physical appearance, your way you approach others, things of that nature. And you, like before, you have 2 points you can put wherever you want.
I think cool would be 1. I think tough would be the other one.
Fair enough.
Yes.
And then you're going to scroll down on the character sheet until you get to what looks to be a red box with a bunch of words in it.
Right.
So you have, I think it's 16 skills here. You have 5 points to put into these skills, but you can only have at least, or at most, 1 point in each skill to start with. As you become a bigger trainer, the cap on that will go up, so eventually you'll be able to put 2 points into one skill, or 3 points into one skill, etc., etc. Since you're just starting out, it stays at a 1 for the time being.
Okay. So you said I can put 1 in each, or how many ones?
1 in 5.
1 in 5. Okay, 5 of them. So I think 1 in Brawl.
Okay.
1 in probably Intimidate.
Okay.
1 in Athletic. Crafts actually is pretty on point for me. Let's do 1 in crafts. What does crafts give you? Like the ability to just make stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it literally is the ability to build anything with your hands, some tools, and a few materials. You can do drawing, sculpting, cooking, repairing, pretty much whatever you want to flavor it as.
Okay. Can you tell me what alert does?
Sure. So alert is sort of the sharpness of your senses, and it might be like maybe you have really good eyesight, or maybe you have good hearing, or maybe your sense of smell's really good.
Got it.
In terms of mechanics, alert is also used when rolling initiative. So it is an important skill if you think you're gonna be punching a lot of Pokemon.
Okay, I'll put 1 in alert. I'm gonna change intimidate to maybe empathy, because I feel like she's not that tough just yet. She is tough, but she's not that tough yet. Do I want throw? I guess that doesn't really... athletic, nature, stealth. Nature, I assume, is like, do I know about nature? If I'm camping, then do I know how to pitch a tent and stuff like that?
You got it.
Okay. Lore, I don't think so. Medicine. Yeah, I think this looks good.
Excellent. Well, the good news is that's all we have to do for your character sheet. So we can
perfect.
actually get started proper now.
Oh, so easy.
All right. So, if you will imagine that you're just waking up from a long day of moving the day previously, your trip to Little Root Town was really uneventful, all things considered. Like all good Pokemon stories, for some reason you had to ride in the back with the boxes. And most of the day was spent moving furniture, coordinating the Machoke that were moving the furniture, setting up your room, etc., etc. But you wake up to the sound of your alarm, and the alarm, at least how I like to flavor it, is actually a radio rather than that annoying like chirp. And as the radio begins playing, it says, "And thank you for tuning in to 96.9 The Commute. Looks like a pleasant day out there in Little Root Town. Looks like you're going to be in the upper 60s, nice breeze out of the west. And, it looks like we also have a migration of Pidgey in the area, so if you're heading out there, trainers, stay safe and stay healthy.
again, this is 96.9, The Commute.
Oh my god. I wake up and kind of roll around in bed a little bit, kind of sore from having moved all the boxes and helping the Machoke because I felt bad that they had to do it all themselves. Even though that's what they were hired to do, I still felt like I needed to bring in a couple boxes myself, and so got some achy muscles, but I'll be long stretch and kind of scratch my head a little bit when I look over to the radio and say, man, this place has some weirdly named radio stations. Like, what does that even mean, Kamuk?
Before the radio can give you an answer, your mother or maybe someone you're rooming with, I'll let that be your call. But whoever's living with you shouts up, hey, Yuma, are you up?
I'm fine with it being my mother. I just got up. What's up?
Well, the professor left us a note. It's addressed to you. Would you like me to open it for you, or should I hold it for you?
Let me come down, professor. Like the town professor, or what? What? Let me come down. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get up, still in, I assume, my pajamas, and because I sleep in pajamas. Put on some pants because I don't sleep with pants on, and then waddle over to I assume the staircase, if this is a yes, staircase, and without having fixed my hair, it's like a big mane with that, not even tied up in a ponytail yet. I'll just call from the banister, sure, you can start opening it. And as I'm stepping down the stairs, and assume that this is something my mother normally does, that she just will open mail for me.
I mean, it's kind of one of those tropes that the mothers of the Pokemon games always just are in your business, managing your money.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. So I'll just assume that she opened it already, and and kind of opened the fridge while she's reading it to me.
Gotcha. So as you're raiding the fridge, she reads it aloud and says, to the young trainer that moved in yesterday, hello, my name is Professor Maple, and I believe, if your mother told me correctly, that it's time for your own Pokemon journey. To that end, I would like to present you with a Pokedex and a complimentary Pokemon to start you on that journey. Just come around my lab in about 2 hours or sometime afternoon, whichever one works for you. And then your mother sort of pauses and says, and then there's something about a kid that lives next door. Something about them being a good neighbor or also starting their Pokemon journey sometime soon.
All right. First, what do I see in the fridge? Is there anything I can just take out and take a sip of at the moment?
Sure. There's milk tank milk because it is branded. There's also a grapefruit in there because you can't have breakfast without a grapefruit, or at least in my opinion.
Wow. Forcing your grapefruits on the journey.
I know, right? You must have grapefruits.
I don't think grapefruits and milk tank milk will blend well.
They really don't.
But I'll grab the bottle of, or I guess carton of milk.
Carton bottle, either's fine.
Carton bottle. I'm just gonna drink straight out of it.
Nice.
Because I feel comfortable
at home. Your mother maybe gives you not a withering look, but one of those we've discussed this look.
Yuma. Hands on hips.
She just sort of sighs and says, "So, your own Pokemon journey. We all knew this day was coming. Have you given any thought to the type of trainer you'll be?"
Yeah, I knew that this was gonna be coming. I just didn't think it was gonna be the day after we move in. I was like, I thought that I'd have a couple days to like, get my bearings and meet people first. But okay, I am ready, and I am going to be a Pokemon master, and that's going to be, and I'm gonna make a ton of friends along the way, and it's gonna be super fun and not hard at all.
Well, I certainly enjoy your enthusiasm, honey, but I do have one question for you. Did you end up moving a green box yesterday? And out of character, you can decide whether you did or not. Totally up to you.
I might have. Let me think about this. Let's say yes.
Well, wherever you move that green box, I actually have some presents in there for you for your journey.
Ah, great. I think I put it in the garage. So I'm gonna go over and, put close up the carton, put it back in the fridge, and then kind of like in that sort of anime protagonist way, like kind of start running, but like kind of trip a little bit when I start running towards the garage, and then I open the door with like with almost like a flourish, like it's like a little bit too exaggerated when I open the door. Not seeming like I moved too many boxes the day before, after all, or maybe just warmed up enough to ignore the soreness, and go to where I walk over to the spot in the garage where I think I put the green box, assuming that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And let's just actually do a test roll here just to get you acquainted with rolling.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is you're going to go up to the generic roll. Should be right above the fight, survival, social knowledge, the red box. Okay. And I'd like you to roll me a insight and an alert, please.
Insight and alert. Let me open my character sheet. Insight. Okay,
Also, the good news is that you actually have a +2 modifier on this, because Chad has been very helpful so far.
Yay! Okay, so I'm rolling. Wait, which one is initiative? No. Which one did you
below
say?
that, there should be a line that says generic roll.
Generic roll. Oh, just roll?
Well, you're going to fill in the attribute and the skill there,
okay,
then
gotcha.
press roll, and it's going to ask you for a modifier, and you'd put 2 in there.
Okay. Where does that say the modifier? Okay, so attribute is which attribute is it?
It's insight and alert.
And alert. Sorry. Alert.
No,
okay.
You're fine.
And so the modifier thing isn't a
It'll ask when you push the roll button.
Okay, gotcha.
Or at least it should.
Okay, so +2.
All right, and that means you have 2 successes here. So to sort of explain, for those at home, so the way this game works is you're basically building a pool of D6s, and you want to roll anything above a 4. So a 4, 5, and a 6 is a success. So Yuma rolled a 1, a 3, and a 4, and a 5, which means the 4 and the 5 are 2 successes, and 2 is more than sufficient. Not only are you able to find the green box in question, but you also are able to find a bit of something that fell out of a different box as you're sort of rooting around trying to get to the back of the garage to where you put the green box. And what I'm going to actually say is that instead of starting with 2 potions, you're going to start with 3.
Ah, yes. I knew looting the house in the beginning was the right thing to do. Always got to check the PC.
Always do. But yeah, when you get to the green box and you pull it out and you open it up, you see that inside are 2 other potions. So the 3 potions total.
Okay.
You see a small camping tent,
Okay.
4 canned meals, and 5 regular Pokeballs.
Nice. So I open it up and I go, oh my gosh, wait, we've been preparing for this since before. I thought that we weren't even gonna worry about this until we got to is this Old Daletown?
Little Root.
Little Root, okay.
Because it might have not pulled you to the right place there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're down here.
Gotcha. Okay, I see. Yeah, I didn't even know that we were gonna get started today. So I assume there's a bag.
There's a
I have a bag. Okay. Maybe I didn't have it on me, and I go, Mom, where's my bag?
Well, honey, about that, let's just say that I took a few liberties and had it washed because it was kind of yeah, I'm not gonna finish that sentence because you know why it needed to be washed.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about the thing. Yeah, okay, that's my fault. But so is it in the laundry or where should I get it?
I have it here. It's a little damp, but I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, gross. Okay, let me come get it. Okay, so I'm gonna head back out of the garage, grab the damp bag, kind of shake it a little bit and give it a sniff to make sure it's washed.
Yeah, it actually smells a nice floral scent.
Nice. And then head back to the garage and put the items in. I assume that it's one of those standard Pokemon trainer bags where there's a pocket for each kind of thing. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely.
So then I'm gonna put them in each of their respective pockets and come back out to the kitchen and say, thanks so much. I got all the things. I think a bunch of potions, a tent, a couple of meals, Pokeballs. Was there anything else that I missed?
Just this. And your mother gives you a very long and warm hug. Because
Aww.
that's what mothers do.
And I give her a hug back and I go, yay. Am I leaving right now? I guess.
Well, I mean, that's up to you if you want. I could make you a better breakfast than milk if you really wanted.
Ooh. Yes. I would like to just really quick, just I don't know, eggs. Eggs and bacon if you got some.
You got it.
Yay!
Long story short, your mother cooks up a fantastic meal for
Perfect.
you. Eggs just the way you prefer them. Bacon nice and crispy, but also juicy, so you get that kind of sizzle on them.
And that's the best way, though.
Yeah. And as you finish, there is actually going to be a knock at your door. And this is the time that I'm going to invite a certain someone to the call.
Okay.
And your mother is going to go to the door and say, well, who could this be?
Currently still eating. Yeah. What kind of buffs does she get from the food? Obviously, it's like Monster Hunter, right? I'm gonna get extra stat buffs. Pokemon mothers are always so wholesome. Yeah, they are.
All right, Notori, can you hear us?
Yo.
Hello.
Excellent. Wonderful. All right, well, when your mother opens the door, on the other side is a girl that I'm going to let Notori describe her own character because while we, of course, have them on screen, but let's add a little flair here. So, Notori, what does your character look like?
She is, she's kind of on the short side, but she has, let's see, she's got tights. She's wearing she's wearing a dark purple jacket, and she's wearing like one of those tennis skirts. It's like shorts, but it's also a skirt, and then she has the pockets underneath them, and she has, let's say she has shades on top of her head. She's not wearing them right now, but she's got shades on top of her head. And light brown hair, kind of similar to mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, to give you some context, Notori, you're here to check out the new kid that arrived, and of course to do the rival thing, as is tradition.
Mm-hmm.
So Yuma's mother kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, you're the neighbor girl, aren't you? Sorry, I don't remember your name."
Notori. Right. You guys are the ones who just moved in here, right? Saw the moving truck out there.
Yuma, you the girl from next door is here.
I was supposed to go and meet her, wasn't I? That letter said something like that. I'm just gonna like shovel a little bit more food in my mouth before quickly wiping my my mouth with like a napkin, and then I stand up and awkwardly like kind of stand at attention next to my mom and like wipe my hand off on my pants before reaching out and then offering it to her for a shake. Hello, my name's Yuma.
You're the new girl. Pleasure. She just like stares at the hand and then doesn't
shake
make
it.
a move to shake it.
In an attempt to recover my awkwardness, I reach my hand up and run it through my hair. And I go, yeah, nice to meet you. You said your name's Notori, huh? Yeah, we just moved in yesterday, and I'm about to go and see the professor later. I'm not quite ready just yet. I need to get changed and stuff, but it's good to see. Good. Nice to meet you. Gay panic.
Yeah, pleasure is all mine as well. You said this is you're just starting your Pokemon journey. Is that correct?
I think. I mean, where I'm from, they don't start until a little bit later, so I'm not sure if this is the norm here. I didn't really look up, anything in this country, but I'm if you're already started on your journey or something, then maybe I can learn a little bit from you.
Yeah, I might be a little bit busy. I mean, if you're just getting started and everything.
I see. That's cool. Instant rejection. Yeah, no problem. I guess yeah.
That is actually exactly the noises she makes too. It's just that stuff like.
Yeah. I guess it's so rude to ask why'd you knock on my door if you're going to be so rude. So what can we do for you? I just came to meet the neighbors, I guess. Sorry, it's kind of a mess here, but maybe did you want to join? You want some breakfast or something?
Already ate, but thank you for the invitation. Just here to check out the competition and, reassuring myself that I got nothing to worry about.
Competition? Oh, I see. I thought that you were trying to make friends. That's okay. Cool. Well, I am just getting started, but don't worry, I will be amazing at this pretty soon. So you got, you'll have some tough battles to come. Yeah. I'm sure. Do you already have a Pokemon? Do you mind? Can I see? I don't have one yet, so.
So normally I would let you roleplay this out, but add a character in the Tori while you do have your Pokemon. It's one of those things where until Yuma picks her Pokemon, you shouldn't have yours, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Makes sense.
I
It's like
see.
one of those, pick the other one or something.
Yeah, it's the Pokemon rival advantage. And then in that one Sun and Moon, the other guy who gets the crappier one.
Oh, yeah, poor guy.
The third wheel, as I like to call him.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see my Pokemon? Okay. Well, you don't even have yours yet, so we can't do this battle thing. Okay.
I see. Okay. I didn't know the rules or anything. I thought that it was I thought that people usually just have them like walking around with them. So it's just like trying to like look behind her and like see if there's anything like anything else there. Looks like I don't see a Pokemon out. So well, that's cool. I'm just about to go and get changed and like get ready to go see the professor. But if you want to go together or something, then you're totally welcome to hang out.
She like checks her watch and like checks her phone. Like, I got nothing else to do today, so might as well show you around the place. That's the least I can do for you guys.
Okay. So Yuma's head kind of perks up at that, and like nods really quick, and is like, okay, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get changed, and I'll be right back. And then I'm gonna rush upstairs, and like as speed runny as possible, try to get changed into the outfit that you see on screen, and the hat and everything, and then put the bag on. Make sure I have everything. Double check my pockets. Do I have any? So everything in my bag. It came? Did the letter come with a Pokedex, or like what else was?
No, you have to go to the lab to get it.
Okay, got it. Okay, and do I have like a phone of some sort, or is that something like my mom gives me, or?
So that actually was a point I was going to address, but I can address it now.
Sure.
So the Pokedex you're going to get is essentially going to be a combination of a smartphone, a Pokedex, and a bunch of other tools. So it's one of those things where your Pokedex is going to be your tool to do pretty much anything electronic for a while.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so I don't have a phone yet, but I will run back downstairs, and I have my backpack. I just adjust the bill of my hat, and then I check myself in the mirror real quick, and look over at Nitori and be like, all right, I think I'm ready to go. And then I look over to my mom and say, okay, I'm going to go see the professor now. And then I open my arms for another hug so that she can give me the real hug this time.
Yeah, and she definitely gives you the real hug this time.
Yay!
There's maybe a little bit of waterworks because it's one of those moving mother moments, but she's, in an almost stuttering voice, so not quite crying when she says, oh, I knew this day would come. Oh, I steeled myself. I swore I wouldn't cry. Okay, I love you, honey. Just go before I really do start to cry.
Don't worry, Mom. Next time you see me, we'll probably be on TV. I'm gonna be on TV, and I'll be having an amazing Pokemon battle. But I might visit before then. And hopefully I'm on TV next time you see me.
And then the good kind, I hope.
Yeah. Only good kinds. That's right. And then I'm going to look over to Nitori, both hands on the straps of my backpack, and then I kind of like hike it up a little bit, like, all right, I'm ready to go.
All right, then. Follow me.
Okay, I will.
As you step outside, you see the smallness. It's more of a hamlet than a town, really. There's only really like 4 buildings in Little Root Town. There's, of course, your house, Yuma. There's Notori's house across the quote-unquote street. And then there's the professor's laboratory. The laboratory is a 3-story affair as opposed to the 2-story affairs of the houses. And then there's what is the equivalent of a utility shack, where you might find things that run the plumbing, electricity, and so forth. But in general, the air is crisp, the air is clean. As the radio suggested earlier, it is somewhere in the upper 60s of the Fahrenheit, so nice balmy weather, nice crisp and cool. And as you look overhead, you even see that there are a number of avian Pokemon in the sky. Talos, Pidgeys, you name it, they're flying up there having a good time.
I take a deep breath of the fresh air and be like, it doesn't smell like this where I'm from. And then I look over to Nitori and say, have you lived here your whole life?
Yeah, born and raised, which is kind of incredible because there's no hospital here.
Laugh and I follow behind her in that standard Pokemon way where you're like immediately behind the person even when they turn.
And your destination happens to be the Pokemon Lab, which means I have to do not only this, but I also have to shift the music. So let's get this music going. All right, so Yuma and Notori, when you step into the professor's lab, you see that it is multi-tiered in an open format. And I actually need to turn that down a little bit. And the first floor seems to be dedicated to almost a library of sorts, where there's just rows upon rows of books. And the second floor seems to be devoted more towards actual machinery. Things like a, I'm trying to remember the actual name for it, but the same machine that Pokemon centers have. There's one of those here. There's various PCs and server racks that are set up. And then the third floor looks to be some form of a loft where the professor maybe stays. And as you enter in, you don't see any people about. You don't see any assistant professors or researchers. But when you do step in through the threshold, there's kind of a chime, and you hear somebody hit their head on what might be the ceiling, curse under their breath, and say, "I'll be there in a minute. Just give me a minute."
Okay. I look around. So what we see is what we see on the screen right now. Like as soon as we walk in,
Similar
there's
to
like
it, yes.
a machine. Okay, and then multi-tier floor kind of thing. Okay. I kind of just take in the surroundings, kind of like rock back and forth on my heels, and sort of. It's like just kind of like waiting in line for something.
And yeah, you don't have to wait all that long. The professor reveals herself in short order, and the professor has short, almost bob cut like pink hair, striking green eyes, maybe stands at about 5'10", has on not only a gray sort of suit with a white overcoat, but sort of carries herself not quite in a regal fashion, but she's sort of used to being the one in charge, if you get my meaning. And as she kind of walks down from the third level, she gives a great big yawn and says, sorry, Notori, Yuma, good, you're both here. Hopefully you got my letter, and I do want to make good on my word. I've picked out 3 Pokemon for you, Yuma, that I think would fit you specifically.
Ooh. Though,
to be fair, this is all secondhand from your mother, so if it's not a good fit, just say something and we'll figure something out.
My mom knows me pretty well, so maybe I hope so. What do I see in front of me?
That's what I'm about to say. So
see.
Professor Maple smiles, goes over to her computer, and hits a button. And on the screens appear 3 Pokemon. The first is a Vulpix, but not a standard Vulpix.
Oh.
An actual Alohan Vulpix, so the ice variant. The second Pokemon that pipes up is going to be a Litten, your standard Fire Cat starter. And then on the third screen, a Shinx will pop up, a electric starter. And Professor Maple sort of motions at them and says, choose whichever one you like. And now out of character, if I can direct your attention to the starting Pokemon folder of the character sheets.
Starting Pokemon folder of the character sheets. Let me open that up. Why not? Okay, wait. Starting Pokemon. I see. Vulpix, Litten, and Shinx. Okay.
Yep, and I can answer any questions you have, but you should be able to see all of their stats and their abilities, their Pokedex entry, all of that. So it's really just which you would prefer to take at this point. Again, I can answer any questions you might have as well.
Evasion, perform, alert, stealth, channel. Okay, let me look at Litten. Brawl, channel, perform, athletic, etiquette. Evasion, happiness, loyalty. I guess they're all added too. Okay, more strength. Let me look at Shinx. Oh, they're so cute. Double brawl, intimidate, alert, clash. What is clash?
So Clash is something where if you want to stop a move that's coming at you, there's a process where you can use an attack to stop an attack, and I'll bring it up in battle because it'll make more sense then. But it's basically something that you can cancel out an attack with.
I don't know anything about the upcoming gyms, so I don't actually know what types would have an advantage or disadvantage. Based on personality alone, I feel like Litten is the one that I'd probably go with.
Okay.
Shinx is so cute though, but I think I would pick Litten. Let me just look at the stats one more time.
Take your time.
Let's see. Litten is definitely what I'd assume you'd pick, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Litten. And basically Scratch and Ember is like, already knows Ember. That's nice.
As you decide on Litten, Professor Maple smiles and says, thought you'd pick that one. Your mother said you like watching Incineroar on the television, so
yes.
That's
so good. Do you ever watch the Pokemon wrestling tournaments? I mean, even though like it's all fake, I mean, it's so entertaining to watch, isn't it?
It's not really my thing, but let me just get Litten set up here, and she taps on the computer a little bit. All the screens kind of change to be other readouts, and after a moment, Professor Maple picks up a Pokedex, and the ball containing Litten walks it over to Yuma and says, here you are, your own Pokedex, your own Pokemon. You're ready to start on your journey.
Wow, awesome. This is like, I'm gonna open up the Pokedex and look if there's anything already in it. Is there anything like, what do I see when I open it up?
So what you see when you open it up is a overview of your Pokemon, so that automatically wirelessly syncs with the Pokemon you have on you. You see the readout of your bag, so same thing, a wireless readout of what's in your bag. You also see a town map, which should be a handout for you. There's also the Pokemon League rules, which I can go over if you want.
Okay.
And there's also a handy type chart of what Pokemon types are weak to what Pokemon types.
Sweet. If I like hold it up to the Litten, wait, is the Litten inside the Pokeball?
At the moment, yes.
At the moment, can I summon summon it.
Well, yeah, the important question is, how do you throw your first Pokeball out?
Oh!
Do you say, hey, Litten, I choose you? Or do you go, Litten, come on out? I'm very curious as to
Okay, I'm going to enlarge, press the button to make the Pokeball larger. And then I'm going to say, all right, Litten, let's jam.
You throw it out, and Litten, a small black and red cat, pops out of the ball and goes, and looks up at you.
Aww.
And kind of brushes its face with its paw and just keeps looking at you.
I'm going to kind of crouch down to meet its level as much as I can without lying down. And then I'm gonna just kind of wave and say, hi, I'm Yuma. I'm gonna be your trainer now.
And it starts to purr, as it does.
And I am ecstatic. I'm like, yes! I'm going to assume that there's a camera function in this Pokedex. Is there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to take a selfie with the Litten.
Nice. While she's doing that, Notori, the professor comes over with your Pokeball and says, I kept it safe. Take care of your Froakie now. It was hard catching that one.
Thanks, Professor. She just gives a simple bow, very polite, and takes the Pokeball.
I'm going to kind of offer a hand to the Litten to do a little paw thing, and I'm like, oh, it's not a dog, and then I'm just like, I kind of, and then I try to pet it on scratch it behind the ears, and
I think actually what happens is when you reach out your arm to it and it kind of sniffs at it a little bit, and then it does the cat thing where it runs up your arm to sit on your shoulders.
Oh my god.
And it just sort of sits on your right shoulder, just sort of purring in your ear, which I'm going to leave to you whether you like that or not, but that's what it's doing.
I love it. I'm so happy. ASMR Litten purring in your ear. I look at the professor like this is the best day in the world. And I just say, thank you so much. I guess, what should I do next? Where should my first stop be?
Well, I think your first stop is actually a battle with this young lady right here, if I can read the look in her eye quite well. Notori.
You know me well. Well, you've got your Pokemon. You could do the battle thing. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so, I look at the Litten, kind of do that lean back and try to look on my shoulder sort of thing and be like, you ready for your first Pokemon battle?
Yeah.
Yes, I will make Pokemon noises.
I love it.
I get into character.
I'm super into it. Yes. This is like baby Yuma dream come true. Not even lying.
All right, well, it's time for that battle music as we shift scenes as the music stops and shifts to something Notori actually picked out.
Oh.
So, as we now shift to the battle scene, it's already out. And Notori, do you say anything special when you throw out your Pokemon?
She does a little practice, takes the Pokeball in her right hand, does a little practice pirouette, a little spin and a flourish, and sends out her Froakie with grace. She says, "Let's get him, Froakie."
Noted. And out comes a smallish blue frog that sort of sizes up Litten, sizes up Yuma, and almost sneers at both of them.
I will kind of squint a little bit, and be like, did that Froakie just give me some sass? And wait, what is the nature of this Litten? Let me look at it.
Ironically, it is also naive.
Naive, perfect. So I assume it's also trying to squint and try to figure out what's going on. But both of us, I assume, will simultaneously shrug. and be like, all right, Lytton, let's do this. And then I'll kind of like do that kind of like fighting stance sort of pose, and I'll point in front of me. Wait, is this like the official start to the battle? Like, is this like, or
yeah.
what? And I'll just be like, all right, let's jam, I guess. I'll just say it again.
Hey, gotta start a catchphrase somehow.
Yeah.
So Lytton hops down off of your arm in front of you. And this is now where we get into the mechanical side of battling. There's a lot of rules here, but once you get a hang of them, it's pretty simple.
Okay.
So first things first, I gotta check. Notori, do you have access to Froki's sheet?
I do. I have it pulled up right now.
Wonderful. All right. So what you're both going to do here is you're going to find the initiative button, and you're going to hit that button, and that's going to determine who's going to move first.
Okay. Initiative button.
On the character sheet?
On the Pokemon's character sheet, correct. All right. So Lytton's going to have a 1.
A 1?
Okay, interesting. You've both tied.
Oh.
Let me ask this then. Which of you has the higher dexterity?
Of the Pokemon?
Yes.
Lytton has 2 dex.
2 decks.
Oh.
Okay, because it apparently is difficult. I'll tell you what. I'll flip a coin.
Sure.
1 will be Lytton, and 2 will be Froki. Looks like
Okay.
Froki has won the tie.
Okay.
All right. So, like all Pokemon battles, it works pretty much the same way you think. There should be a number of moves I've already inputted for you. The way it works is you select the move you want to use. You say which move that is, just so I have housekeeping. Then you would press the accuracy button next to that move. And based on that accuracy, your opponent can choose to do one of many things. So let's start with a move for Froki, and then we'll move forward with the example.
Okay. Start off. We're gonna start off with a basic pound attack.
Okay.
Take the first hit while we can.
All right. Go ahead and roll accuracy on that.
Okay, that's the one next to the one that says pool.
Yep, that's it.
No modifier.
Mm-hmm.
Pound.
All right, so what that means is Yuma, your Lytton has a chance to either evade, clash, or just take it head on. If you wanted to evade, there should be a button for that as well. But you would have to roll 2 successes here in order to evade. Now, this is where clash comes in. If you clash something, basically, as Notori's calling for Froki to say, Froki, use pound, or something of that nature, you would call out for Lytton to go, Lytton, use ember, or deflect it with so-and-so. And you would roll your clash dice. And if you succeed on that, if you get 2 successes on clash, then both Pokemon take 1 damage, and then it becomes your turn. It's kind of a, do you want to avoid damage?
Do you want to like cancel it out, kind of, or but like not really cancel it? It's like reduce it by putting force back.
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna try to clash it.
Okay.
Okay, so I just click the clash button, or is there a special button?
Should be a clash button
Okay.
up towards the top of the sheet. Should handle it for you.
No.
Ooh, unfortunately, that is a big nothing. So now, Notori, if you could roll damage for me.
Okay.
All right, wow, that's starting off very strong, apparently.
What?
So what happens is Froki comes in almost hugging the ground as it sort of leaps forward. And then as it comes up underneath Lytton, it brings up its webbed hand and almost in a slap / almost half punch hits Lytton upwards, and Lytton doesn't quite lift off the ground completely, but definitely lifts up a little bit as it takes 3 HP of damage.
3 HP out of 4 HP.
Actually, 1 second. I think. Okay, I see what happened there. Apparently, I need to fix the sheet to do that. I'll do that in a moment. But what is Litton's defense, real quick? 'Cause that's what's missing from the sheets at the moment.
Let me look here. Defense.
Should be up top, same box as the evade and clash.
Evade. Oh, evade and same as evade and clash. Vitality.
Well, next to it, yeah, it should say vitality.
Oh, okay,
plus
defense 1.
mod, and then yeah. So what is your defense on this one?
1.
1. Okay, so that would actually be 2 damage, not 3.
I see.
Yeah, and I'll adjust the sheets for that real quick. But yeah, so again, Froakie comes in, slaps Litton upside the head, then leaps back, ready to presumably take an attack from Litton. But yeah, so what the bars mean is the green bar is your HP, the blue bar is your confidence, the red bar is your will. And I'll explain confidence and will as we get to it.
Sure.
But it is now your turn, Yuma. What would you like to have Yuma or Litton to do?
Okay, I would like to use Ember.
Okay.
Light it up, Litton!
Love it. Love it. So yeah, you would roll accuracy here, and then Notori has the same options I gave to you with evading, clashing, etc. Now, you do have help on this. The chat has given you a +1 on your roll. So when you ask for a mod, just put in a 1.
Okay, so I clicked the one next to, on the accuracy, right?
Correct.
And then we'll ask for the modifier. I add a 1, submit.
All right, that is 2 successes. So, question is, does Froakie want to evade, clash, or take it head on?
My clash is a little bit higher than evade, so let's try to clash.
Okay.
Tell Froakie to try to squeeze in there and hit the Ember head on.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll me some
clash.
clash.
Alright. Clash.
Tackle it!
Interesting.
Tackle
So
the
what
Ember.
What happens is Litton, the mouth, the inside of Litton's mouth begins to glow, and it fires out a little sort of projectile of fire towards Froakie, and Froakie comes up with Pound and literally slaps the Ember out of the air. So both Pokemon take 1 damage here. So I think Litton's at 1 health remaining, and Froakie is at 3 out of 4 remaining.
Okay. Oh no, Litton! Are you okay?
Just sort of looks back at you and meows a little bit pathetically. It's trying its best. It's trying.
Oh. Can't use
But
items during battle, I'm assuming.
You could. This might actually be a good time to cover that if you want.
Sure.
Okay. So basically the way potions work is it takes your turn. So you could potentially just give up your next turn to then use a potion. And what that means is that you get two uses of each potion. And when you use it, it heals 2 HP. So you would go from 1 to 3 right now.
But it uses up the turn, so it's kind of like...
Yes.
Do potions replenish?
Potions do not replenish, but you have 3 potions, which means you have basically 6 sprays of the potion.
I believe in the power of your Pokemon. It's kind of at a disadvantage right now. I see. Wait, does the turn order matter when it comes to items?
No. So whenever you use a healing item, that happens before the opposing turn. So
Then-
it would happen before Froakie's attack.
Okay, then, and does that take away my ability to tell them to dodge because they're like sitting there getting healed?
Correct.
So if there is an attack, then would just have to eat it.
Yep.
Froakie. Slaps while you're healing.
Yeah, what a punk. What a punk this Froakie is. Yeah, I'll try it. I'm gonna try to use a potion. I care about my Litten.
So you run over, maybe drop to a knee as you bring out a potion and spray it over Litten's wounds. And Litten does heal up to 3. But my question is, Notori, do you take advantage of this situation?
Ooh. I'll say, really? A potion? On your first battle?
I don't hoard items. I care about my Litten.
Here, I thought you had a little more confidence in that. She's gonna, Froakie won't use pound, but I will order Froakie to use growl.
Okay. So Growl is one of those special moves that as long as you roll at least 1 success on your accuracy, the effect happens.
Okay, let's go with it. We'll roll that. Ooh.
Oh,
And you got the 1 success.
Rough.
So Froakie lets out sort of a cry, sort of a cute, or maybe in Frokie's case, more of a menacing sort of croak. And Litten almost shies away from the sound. And what that means mechanically is that Litten has 1 less strength for the rest of the battle.
1 less strength.
So when it asks for a mod on your damage, you would put in a -1.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, that does mean that it is now Litten's turn, technically.
Okay. Let's try it again. Light it up with Ember, Litten. Can I just hit the accuracy thing?
Yep,
Okay. And I don't need to modify anything here, right?
correct.
Okay.
Wow, that is really good, actually. That is 3 successes.
My evade is 2. Impossible to evade. So, I see it coming in fast, and I don't think he'll have time to evade it. So, I'll tell Froakie to go in with another counter pound,
Okay.
and I'll clash again.
And you get 3 success. Oh, real
No.
quick. No, it doesn't matter. Even with chat's help, as I look
Okay.
over to check, yeah, you would have only had 2 successes. So, yeah, not enough. So this time when Litten's fireball flies out and hits Froakie, Froakie again goes for the slap, but it almost passes alongside of the underside of the slapped hand and travels up the arm and hits Froakie right in the face.
Oh.
So you go ahead and roll me some damage on that ember.
So damage is the one next to pool, and then a -1, right?
Correct.
Even if it's special?
Yes.
Okay.
This case, the reason it's -1 is because you're using a fire move on a water type.
Did that go through?
Doesn't look like it did.
Okay, so -1. Wait, input value defense, special defense. Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it should have asked for Frokie's defense or special defense, which I think is just 1.
Okay, 1. Submit.
All right, so this is actually an important distinction here. So you didn't roll any extra damage, but the rule is that an attack always does at least 1 damage. So Froakie does take the hit and is resistant to it, but it does still take that 1 HP of damage, and it's just a little bit burned on its face. But for the moment, you guys are actually rather tied at the moment. It's one of those things
Nice.
where it could go either way at this point.
Okay, I'm going to grit my teeth and make a fist, and then do that like, you know how when anime protagonists like kind of swipe across, they're like, "Hey, why didn't that work?" Clearly not the smartest cookie.
I'll just click my tongue, whisper to myself, "Lucky hit."
But also, I'll be like, "Good Good job, Lynn. You nailed it right in the face.
And yeah, Notori, it is technically your turn. What would you like to do at this point?
All right, Froakie, show that Litton what a real hit is like. Use pound.
All right, you know the drill.
All right, so
Okay.
let's roll another pound attack. Boom.
All right, do
Okay.
you want to evade, clash, or just take it?
I'm gonna try to evade this one. Okay.
All right.
Dodge it, Lydon. Click.
And you do. Not only does
Hey.
Froakie come in, again trying an underslap, but Litton has gotten a little bit more wary of it. So Litton actually jumps to the left as Froakie comes in from the right and is able to not only sidestep Froakie, but is also able to get a nice shot at Froakie's backside if you want to take the advantage.
Ooh. Okay, this time. Okay. Give it the old 1-2, and I'm gonna tell it to use scratch.
Okay. So this time, it still is -1 because of the growl. And it will be, the defense will be a 1, but let's roll your accuracy first to see if you actually hit.
Okay, no modifier.
All right, that's only 1. Notori, what's the call?
Okay, I'm gonna try to evade this one.
Okay.
So I'll just shout out, maybe a little bit desperately, dodge it, behind you! And then roll evade.
Oh. And even with your shout, Froakie starts to turn, but it's far too late. And yeah, this is a very important attack. Let's see what Litton rolls on its damage.
Okay, do I enter anything for damage or defense here? 1?
1 for defense, correct.
Okay.
And there it is, everybody. So Litton comes in with a scratch and sort of a swipe across Froakie's face. And Froakie goes careening to the ground, croaking a little pathetically. And its eyes sort of do that stereotypical anime spiral thing where it faints on the ground.
Oh, that's so cute.
Whoa. Nice.
Yeah.
All right,
Now I
I'm
have
going
a very
to.
important question for Notori. What do you say when Notori loses?
Just like does a little exasperated or like frustrated huff, and she's like does the thing where she just stands there, doesn't say anything for a second, returns her Froakie in the Pokeball using the like the red beam from the Pokeball thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's standing there with like the bangs down, covering her eyes for a second. And then,
I can see it in my mind's eye.
with the goofy grin.
Hey, wait, what was that?
And
What was
then-
the last part?
Yuma's just standing there with her goofy grin, I'm assuming.
Wait, is that all? So you're not gonna say anything, right?
Well, after a second, she just looks up and she's not sad. She's not happy or angry. She just has this very determined look, this determined fire in her eyes.
Oh,
She's like, next time, it's gonna be my win. And then she's just like, she hesitates, thinking about like giving a handshake, but then she just walks off.
Okay, as the victory cry is going to be, Yuma's going to hold her arm out for Litton to climb up her, again, Attack on Titan style. And then she's gonna do a couple punches in the air, like shadow box a little bit, and what I want is Litton to jump from shoulder to shoulder while she does that.
I think that can definitely happen.
Yeah.
And one thing I would say is that now, Notori, you don't actually have to track this on your sheet, but what happens when you lose a Pokemon battle is the trainer gives you half of their money. So you actually get 750 yen or poke dollars, whatever it actually is. So I think that brings your total to like 2,000 something, Yuma.
Wow, I got like $20. Woo! Let me find my character chart. Okay, so I add that to my bag.
There should be actually a money up at the top.
Money up at the top. GM public money. Oh, money! I see it.
And
okay.
yes, Seraphic, she is basically stealing Notorious.
So you said
I was gonna buy a sandwich with that.
to 2,200. You said 750 or 700?
Let's see, 2250 if I can math in my head correctly.
Gotcha. All right, I have
And
2250. Wow, I have.
With that, why don't we take a 5-10 minute break, and
Sure.
then we'll come back and deal with the aftermath. So yeah, we'll be back shortly. Stream, stick around. And welcome back, everybody. If you're just tuning in, Yuma just won her very first Pokemon battle against her now rival Notori. And let's just say it was quite the battle. It honestly could have gone either way for a little bit there.
Can I just say that transition is amazing? The Pokeball
the
opening
Pokeball
and
one?
closing? That's so cool.
Yeah, I scoured the internet to find something appropriate, and I found that. I'm like, yep, grabbing that.
Perfect. It was super close. If I didn't use that potion, it might have gone another way. But yeah. So as like because Nitori like started to leave while I was doing my victory pose, I assumed that she was doing that for the professor because that was like the only person who was watching, and so Yuma's gonna turn around and see that Nitori's walking away and be like, hey, wait, and then kind of with Lytton still on the shoulder, just kind of like start to hurry out. Oh, but then she remembers that she should be polite and looks over to Professor Maple. Quickly turns about face and then bows. With in my head, Lytton kind of hops from shoulder to like back or like head while she's bowing.
Probably, yeah.
and is just like, thank you so much, Professor Maple. I will make you proud. And then stands back up and then hurries out the door, following after Nitori.
All right. And yeah, Notori, it is your call whether or not Yuma does catch up with you.
Yeah. Let's say that she meets me right outside of the right outside of the lab.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Seeing that she didn't go very far, Yuma suddenly stops and is completely awkward again, and kind of looks up into the side and says, "So, I mean, do you want to go to the Pokemon Center together? It looks like this town doesn't really have one, so maybe I can go with you to make sure you get there safe."
She just stands there in front for a second, facing away, doing that somber, sulky anime rival thing.
Anime rival thing. Yeah.
And then she sighs, like, listen, I don't. It's not my MO to be working with anybody. You're better off just heading up there yourself.
Okay, that's fine. I guess, yeah, sure, that's cool. Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you. I hope that we bump into each other again in the future. I'm gonna, head over to, I guess you don't really need a Pokemon Center if your house is right there, so I'll I'll just do.
You was just slowly like inching to the north, just like taking a few steps.
Slowly taking a few steps. Okay, I'm gonna go then. Bye. And then starts to like do that like Ocarina of Time, Link slowly backing up and then quickly turns and runs away.
I love
Hang
it.
on.
I love it.
Hang on. She calls out as you're backing away, turning away.
Stops, and Yuma stops in her tracks and then looks over her shoulder.
Word of advice: before you start running off to do whatever it is you're thinking in that head of yours, just you said we'll meet up again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will. Look out for me. Definitely be looking out for you. And yeah, I'll see you. She just like this little,
Both super awkward.
and then she like walks inside.
Okay. Yuma will kind of look a little bit dumbfounded by the like sudden. Well, I guess like her what she perceives as niceness coming from someone who is previously not nice, and kind of does a little fist pump and goes like, yes. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna see her again, and then starts to head north with more of a bounce in her step this time.
All right. Well, real quick, can we get a clap in chat for Notori? That was
Yay!
really good. I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Thank you. And thanks for inviting me. It was a lot of fun.
Glad you could
Clap,
come
clap, clap,
along,
clap, clap,
and we're definitely going to see more of Notori as a rival character in the future. So,
Yay!
yeah,
Yay!
That
I'm
was so
excited.
love it. All right,
Okay.
well, hey, we even got a confetti redeem. There we go.
Confetti!
Perfect.
Yay! That's such a cool redeem.
It
Very
really
cool.
is.
All right,
All right,
I'm gonna
let
hop
me-
off. Have fun.
Thanks!
Thanks, Notori. Have a good one.
Bye!
All right, let me
Bye.
switch it over to 2-player. All right, there we go. So, with your first victory under your belt, Yuma, you proceed north out of Little Root Town into Route 101. Now, Route 101 is more or less just a big rolling field that sits between Little Root and Old Daletown. In particular, there are a few ledges that you could hop down from. Be only about a meter, maybe 2 meters up, so it's not all that high. But what you're really noticing is that the Pokemon here are all varieties you've never seen before. There's one that looks kind of like a raccoon. There's one that looks like what might be some sort of a walking mushroom. It's all a brand new world to you, if you will.
Okay. I look around and I'm just like, whoa, the Pokemon here are so different from back home. And I open up my Pokedex and point it at, well, how do encounters work here? Like, do I see them right now? Are they like in range for me to scan?
Yeah, so the way it's going to work is it's going to be more like the anime rather than the games, where
Okay.
I'm going to say there's going to be Pokemon out in the field, and if you ever want to go and, battle or you want to scan them, you just tell me you're doing that, and I'll, of course, give you the Pokedex entry, etc., etc. But the other option is when you're out in the field, you can also roll for a random encounter. And what that's going to mean is you would roll a 1d100, so in chat,
Whoa.
you would do /R space 1d100.
Okay.
And whatever result you roll is what will happen. And when I say random
What?
encounter, I mean truly random.
Truly random. Will they be like scaled and leveled down to Litten level, or will it be like also
Let's
random
say you
stat?
don't want to roll a 1. Don't roll a 1.
Oh, I see. Okay. Sure. I'm going to say that. I know from the town map that this is Route 101. I don't know what kind of Pokemon are here. I'll try the random encounter.
All right. So let's see
Okay.
what you roll.
So roll, and I see D100.
D100, you got
All
it.
right.
A 12. Let me consult my handy chart.
Ooh, there's a chart, guys.
This is one of those moments where I don't have my hand tracking on, but it's one of those where I put my hand on my chin and I go, interesting.
Oh.
I need you to roll me another D2, basically a coin here.
Okay, roll 1d2. 2.
Okay, further interesting.
Okay.
So Yuma, you're looking around, you're more or less just getting a lay of the land, and Lytton suddenly bats the side of your head, and when you turn to look, it points up, and you look up, and you see that in one of the Pidgey's claws, high overhead, there seems to be a fish of some sort, like a Pokemon fish, in the Pidgey's claws trying to wrestle its way free.
Oh.
What I would say is that it might be in range of an Ember if you wanted to try and save the fish.
All right. Okay, Lytton. Let's jam. And then I'm going to point at the fish in the Pidgey's claw and be like, try to hit it with an Ember. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the Lytton sheet.
Also, so it's a little bit easier on the sheet. When you have it out, if you actually double-click the title bar where the name is, it'll minimize the sheet for you.
Oh my God. Has this been a feature this entire time?
Yep.
Okay, I did not know that was a thing. Okay, well, that makes things a lot easier. Okay, Ember accuracy, right?
Yep.
Okay, go.
Ooh, interesting. Let me check. Do you have, I don't know, chat, if anybody wants to redeem, now would be the time.
I could have a fish. It might be a Magikarp.
There you go.
Yay, Zeldon.
All right, you get your one success. And with the one success, you're going to hit the Pidgey, but you're not going to do enough damage to Pidgey to actually knock it down, but enough that the Pidgey will release the fish in its claws. And now you have this mottled brown and blue-finned fish falling at you. And my question is, how are you catching it?
Brown and blue fin fish. Is it the same kind of mechanics? Do I have to weaken it first, or can I just throw a ball at it?
Well, I mean, more like not like a catch in a Pokeball sense. I meant more in a like a physical. How are you stopping it from just being the ground catch?
Oh, I see. It's falling to the ground currently. Okay.
Correct.
I am going to. How far away is it? Can I dash and try to get underneath it and try to catch it?
You certainly may. It would just require a check.
Okay, let's try that.
All right.
Lytton, help it out, and also, actually, could I also call for Lytton to help, or is that we both can't do something? I can only do something.
I mean, you both could do something. It's just that Lytton is, at least as far as I'm aware, lighter than the fish is. So you probably
we'll squish it.
Probably
okay.
Don't want to get Lytton crushed.
Yeah, don't crush Lytton. Okay, I'll get it. Don't worry, Lytton, I got this. Okay, what kind of check should I do?
This is going to be a dexterity and an athletic roll here.
Dexterity and... Okay, so generic roll, dexterity, and athletic. Okay, click. Go.
All right, and you get the one success.
Okay.
And as you catch this fish in your hands, it sort of flops around, and you notice that it wasn't brown like you thought. It's actually more of a purple.
A purple?
And you now have this Pokemon, a Phoebios, in your hands, flopping around uselessly.
Can I just, convince it to be my Pokemon? Or, I don't know. Can I, how in the anime, sometimes you just become friends with them and then, you don't have to fight them?
Let's just say that I'm curious what you say or do, and based on that, I'll let you know if a roll is required.
Okay, sounds good. Phoebus, I'm so glad we hit that Pidgey. You might have gone and become bird food if we didn't knock it out. Do you want to come along and journey with us?
and the big eye on the Phoebius sort of looks at you, and it stops flopping for a moment. And then it does sort of a motion where its eyes, where it looks at you, then looks at the Pidgey, then looks at you, and then looks at the Pidgey. And it sort of opens its mouth a few times, almost as if it's trying to not really say anything, but maybe indicate that to point it in the direction of the Pidgey.
What? Excuse you. It's shiny on the first encounter. Well, if you want to go back to the Pidgey so badly, then I can just I can go call it back here and try to hand you over. Is that what you want?
It shakes its head no, best it can.
Okay. So then, if you come along with me, I can get you in a nice, cool Pokeball, and it will have all the water that you'll want, and I'll take you to a Pokemon Center to heal up all your wounds. How's that sound?
Looks at you, looks at the Pidgey, looks at you, looks at the Pidgey.
The Pidgey's still there? Is it flying away?
Oh yeah, Pidgey at this point's doing circles, but the Phoebius's mouth begins to glow with a purple light.
A purple light. All right. So that's how you're gonna be, huh? And I'm gonna drop it and stand back with Litten and be like, "All right, Litten, let's show this thing who is boss."
All right, and now I stop the ambience music and throw on the battle music.
I will beat you into submission.
All right, and we go to a regular battle as I clean up real quick. So Notori's not there, Froaky's not there, but the wild Phoebius is there.
All right.
All right. So we're gonna do the same thing we did before. We're gonna roll initiative here, and we're gonna see who goes first.
Initiative is at the bottom. Yeah, here it is. I got it. Click.
All right. Well, looks like. All right. So it looks like Phoebius is gonna get to go first. All right. So Phoebius is again gonna glow. The mouth of it is gonna glow with that baleful purple light. And it opens its mouth and you see a swirling vortex of energy inside. And then a literal beam of draconic energy lances out from the Phoebius towards Litten. And yes, people in chat are probably freaking out like, what the hell does this fish know? But
what does this fish know?
You're gonna know in a second. Okay, so
Dragon breath.
You have one thing to beat here, so do you want to evade, clash, or tank it?
I will evade.
I know it says green, it's purple. It's meant to be purple.
Oh, okay. I will evade. Let me just click that.
And you do, so you shout for Litten to jump to the side, and it leaps out of the way of the dragon breath as it slams into the ground and makes a little crater there. And Litten sort of looks back at you like, what have you gotten me into?
Good job, Litten. This thing is a little intense, isn't it? Why don't we try, let's use Ember, no, it's like a water Pokemon. Let's scratch it, Litten.
All right,
Click.
Go ahead and roll your scratch. Let's see what you got. A 1. I tell you what, I think the Phoebius is just going to take it. I don't think it's going to clash or evade. I think it's literally just going to take it head on.
I'm so curious to see how much HP this thing has.
The defense would be a 1 when it asks you that.
Oh, okay, rolls damage, defense is 1. Oh.
All right, so it still does 1 damage, and it actually works thematically because as Litten comes in with a swipe, it hits the top of the Phoebius's head, and it sort of goes and leaps backwards, and you see that the Phoebius doesn't even seem phased by it.
Uh-oh.
It still took 1 damage, but it doesn't seem to really care in the long run.
Okay, secretly the fish was trying to eat the Pidgey.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, Lynn. Don't worry.
Right.
We can do this. Let me ask you about Pokeball mechanics. Does it like?
Sure.
Does the lower HP increase my chances of catching it, or do I have to make it faint to catch it?
So if it faints, same rules as the game. If it faints, you can't catch it.
You can't catch it. Okay.
The way it works is there are basically let me start that thought over. So each Pokemon has a required number of successes you have to roll on a Pokeball throw. And your Pokeball, since you're using a normal Pokeball, in this instance, it would be 4 dice that you're rolling. However, let's say that the Pokemon is at half HP. So that means you start off with 1 free success already.
Oh, okay.
If it's at 1 HP, it gets another bonus success. If it has a status ailment, another free success.
I see. Okay, so I need to get 4 total successes in order for the Pokeball to work. And it goes up based on half HP is 1 success, 1 HP left. I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know I had the handout somewhere.
Sweet. This is great. Starter, beginner. Okay, so this is, because it needs 4 successes, it's considered a beginner Pokemon. Okay. I am still willing to try to catch this thing. So do I need to wait for it to attack next, or is it, I guess I end my turn there?
Well, that's the thing. So if you want to throw a Pokeball, you basically, again, skip Litten's next turn. And it's sort of like using a potion. The item happens first.
Okay, I don't want to use a Pokeball this turn. I want to get it down a little bit weaker first.
Okay. Which, of course, is then going to mean that Phoebios is going to fire off another Dragon Breath. And this time, let me see, do I have any modifiers? I do not, so this is just rolling it straight. Let's see what happens. Wow, apparently it just can't aim for anything today.
Okay.
So it fires out another Dragon Breath, creating another crater, but Litten is easily able to dodge out of the way of it.
Oh, okay, so
And
0
Litten
means I
looks
can
at you-
just dodge it, right?
Yeah, it has to roll at least 1 success.
Okay.
But Litten looks back at you almost with a determined look in its eyes, almost kind of that anime star thing where it's like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah, the little like bing. Okay, awesome. Let's do it, Litten. I'm going to. So Ember provides a status chance burn and it has a chance of 1. What does that mean?
So what that means is when you've rolled damage, you would then roll the effect dice that's next to the effect field. And certain effects have certain numbers. What it means is it's going to roll the dice for you. And if you get a 6 on that die, you cause the status effect to the Pokemon in question.
Oh, okay. So it has like a 1 in 6 chance of doing it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's scratch it again because I think it has resistances if it's a water Pokemon. Okay, let's go.
All right, 1 success. I tell you what, I think this one time it's going to meet it head on with a tackle attack, which is interesting because it's out of water, but Pokemon's weird like that.
Yeah.
And it fails, so as it actually ends up leaping into Litten's claws, as Litten doesn't quite Fury Swipe, but just sort of bats at it like a cat hitting a fish.
Meow. Okay, damage. I didn't put the 1. Should I have put the? I didn't put the 1.
It wouldn't have mattered because you still rolled a 6.
Okay.
One of those 3s would have gone away, so you do another 1 damage to the Phoebios.
Okay.
And in case you can't see the bar, it is now at half HP.
All right, half HP. All right, this is gonna be the first time I throw a Pokeball for catching. So I'm going to take out a Pokeball, kind of like adjust the brim of my hat, and then do sort of like a baseball wind-up. And I'm going to throw the Pokeball at the Phoebios.
All right, so on your trainer sheet,
Okay.
there should be a Pokeball button.
Pokeball
And
button.
it is right below where your defense is, so it's the same, status
I
of
see
like
it.
a regular sheet.
Yeah.
And you would hit the catch button.
Okay. No modifiers, right? Okay.
No, well, 1 modifier because it's
one
at half.
modifier.
So,
1.
all right. So unfortunately, when you throw this Pokeball out, it goes over, hits the Phoebios, catches it inside, wiggles only once, and then the Pokeball explodes and lets Phoebios back out. So
Darn,
you
so
subtract
close.
1 Pokeball away.
1 Pokeball away. Okay, so 4 Pokeballs. Wait, so they're one-time use. You can't pick them up again.
Correct.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
the
just like the game.
Just like the game, exactly.
Okay.
So I think this time, Phoebios is going to maybe not use Dragon Breath again. I think it's going to attempt to flop around and use the momentum to slam into Litten with a tackle.
Okay.
So let's see how it does. It actually rolls 1 success.
Okay.
So evade, clash, or taking it head on.
I'm going to clash this time. Okay.
Good choice.
Click.
Yeah, so I think unfortunately with
Ow.
only 0 successes, you shout out for Litten to counter with a scratch, and almost a reversal happens where this time Phoebios is too quick for Litten and slams into it, dealing, you have 1 defense, I think, yeah?
Yeah.
Dealing 2 health of damage to Litten.
Okay.
So Litten is at 1 HP right now. What would you like to do?
If I throw a Pokeball, it's going to get another opportunity to attack if I don't catch it, right?
Correct.
Oh no, I'm not worried. Oh lord. Either it's catch or potion or flee, right? That's like the 3 options that I have.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna potion.
Okay.
Where's the potion button? Wait, there's no potion button.
Yeah, there's no potion button. You would just subtract the number of potions you have by 1, because you've
Okay.
used 2 sprays of it.
All right.
You run over, you give Litten another spray of a potion. Good thing you found it in the garage.
Yeah.
Phoebios is going to come in with another tackle attack, and it actually might hit you in this
Me?
instance, because it doesn't really care.
Oh, okay.
So, with 0 successes, yeah, it just whiffs right by you, almost quite literally like a fish out of water. It just flops to the ground and just sort of, does the fish thing.
This is wild. Like, hey, you're not supposed to attack me. Clearly, this is a Pokemon battle. Don't you know the rules? And then I'm going to motion to Litten and be like, what's an attack that won't do, like, that'll attack but won't kill it. You know what I mean? All right, let's try scratching it one more time. Wait, is this a water
go for
type
it.
or is this a water?
It is a water type.
Okay, no, just kidding. Let's Ember. Let's use Ember. Let me open up Litten here. Ember. Sorry for being confusing. Let me click on Ember. Go. No modifier. Go.
All right, 1 success, and Phoebios is not going to dodge. So, what I would say is that your damage here is very important, as is your effect roll.
Does the burn status take out 1 HP per turn?
If it goes, yes, but you'll have a chance to throw a Pokeball at it
Okay.
before then.
Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure. Its defense is 1, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And
Damn
the
it.
good good news is,
Oh.
again, it is a water type.
It's
So
resistant.
it only takes the 1 damage.
Yes. Okay. And now do I roll the
Now-
burn effect?
Yep, roll the effect. Let's see if you burn it.
Okay.
All right, so you don't burn it, but it is now at 1 HP, which means when you throw a Pokeball, you now have 2 as a modifier.
Okay. Sweet. Is it gets an attack before that though, right?
It does, yes.
Okay.
And it is going to charge up another Dragon Breath. And Ooh.
That's rough.
Ooh.
Okay. Dragon Breath. I mean, I'll try to evade. Does just taking it head on like do any kind of like reduction in damage?
I mean,
or
it looks cool.
Oh, okay. Well, try to dodge it, Lynn.
All right, 2 successes. Is there any help from chat? Nope, it's on cooldown.
No.
So, This is a very important damage roll. Let's see. Okay,
Oh.
so you take 1 damage as Dragon Breath.
Oh my gosh. All right, now it's Pokeball time. Okay, this second time's a charm, isn't that right? And I'm going to do the same, fix my hat, and then go into the baseball stance and then throw the Pokeball at the Phoebus. And I will click on the catch with modifier 2.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Damn it.
Wiggles once, and you're like, oh, I got it this time. Wiggles twice. Come on, stay in that damn ball. Wiggles a 3rd time, and then bursts open again.
Ah, it was so close.
And at this point, I think Phoebios is going to... Yeah, I think it's going to try another Dragon Breath.
Okay. I'm ready for
All
it.
right, two successes, and you evade it.
Okay, I will try to evade it. Oh.
Which you do. You are able to...
Yes.
Litten is able to dodge out of the way.
Okay, wait, I need to minus a Pokeball from my inventory because I'm spending all my Pokeballs on this apparently. Well, now I'm invested. Okay, so I have 3 Pokeballs left.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to try to throw another Pokeball.
Alrighty.
Okay, where is
Also, I
this?
see you, chat. I see you.
Oh. All right. Fine. Okay, so I have a 2 modifier.
Still not enough, unfortunately. And as this ball explodes a 2nd or a 3rd time, Phoebios is actually going to attempt to flee, which is kind of weird because it's a fish, so it actually has some minuses.
Okay.
But it's going to attempt to flee, but it does have to make a roll here, which it does get a plus on. So let me just do a dexterity and evasion. And it actually does not flee.
Okay.
It is unable to escape not only your catching up with it, but Litten as well. Very easy to catch up on a fish out of water.
Turns out. All right.
But,
this time for sure.
It did spend its turn.
All right. This
So
time
it is
for
your turn
sure.
to try again.
Pokeball. 3rd time's the charm. Wait, was that the 3rd
And
time?
Celadon just gave you a help out, so you actually have
Yes!
+3 on this one.
Yes. Okay. This time +3. Come on. Let's go. Yes.
And with that,
Oh my god,
ball
my chair.
flies out, wiggles once, wiggles twice, wiggles a 3rd time. You're like staring at it, glaring at it like, don't you dare come out of that damn ball. 4th time's the charm. It dings. You have caught your own Phoebios.
Yeah! I do the same victory pose, punching the air and Litten doing the little dance on my shoulder, and then afterwards, like, kind of pick up the ball, toss it in the air, and then kind of do that like swipe sort of catch, so that it just makes that like sound. You know what I mean? Like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Super exciting.
And yeah, as is tradition, you can also name your Phoebios if you so wish. Same goes for Litten. I should have said that earlier, but if you want to nickname them, you may certainly do so.
I think I'll keep their base names for now, or maybe I should name them after people in chat. What do you think?
I think that's your call, not mine.
All right, I want to name it after people in chat. All right, how about since Celadon helped me catch that one, maybe the Phoebios can be Celadon. Okay, do I just need to rename it?
Celadon
here?
appears to be happy with that. So.
Yay! Okay, here. Let me try. Where do I name it somewhere? Or can I change it?
Let me do it. So if you want it to be Celadon, there you go. It should now be updated.
Okay. For Litten, I've been calling it Litten this whole time, so maybe we'll just keep it Litten, and then when it evolves into Incineroar, maybe I'll nickname it when it gets to the Incineroar part, if we get to the name raider.
Well, that's the thing, is that you don't have to worry about finding the name raider. You can just do that wherever.
Okay. Well, maybe when it evolves, then but for now, you can just stay Litten the kitten. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, so the character sheet should now be open to you completely. You should be able to see its moves. You should be able to see its stats.
I see it.
And I would recommend taking a moment to look that over before continuing.
Sure. So it has 1 HP right now. Both my Pokemon are kind of wrecked right now. I wonder if I should, like, is the option to go and heal, just get to the next town and go into the Pokemon Center, or can I like go backwards?
I mean, if you want to go back and say hi to Mom, you certainly can.
And that will allow me also to heal, or like the Pokemon, the professor place could let me heal.
So it's one of the main tropes of the series is that you can always heal to full at home. If your home is basically a free Pokemon Center.
Mittens the Littens. Oh, is Litten male or female? Male. I was thinking about naming Litten Daigo, but I don't think. Maybe, I don't know. We'll think about it. I'll think about it. Cool. So I had Tackle and Dragon Breath. I see. Channel, Alert, Allure, and Perform, and Evasion. That's cool. Okay, I would like to quickly backtrack just to go home and say hi to Mom and heal up my Pokemon.
All right, so you backtrack to Little Root Town and you open the front door, and your mother is like halfway through eating her lunch, and she sort of looks up from her sandwich and goes, "Oh, you're back early. It's been 2 hours."
Yeah, I caught my first Pokemon. Now they're a little bit injured. Do you mind if I rest here?
No, you sure. Okay. And she like puts down her sandwich very slowly and sort of stands up to come over to you and says, what did you catch exactly? A Pidgey, a Talo, a Zigzagoon? What did you catch?
Here, why don't I just show you? And I like pull out the Pokeball and I like, come on out, Celadon. And then the Phoebius comes out and flops around on the floor, probably.
Yeah, just sort of sits there on the floor, and she looks down at it and goes, we're not near any bodies of water. Where did you find a fish?
A Pidgey was holding on to it, and then I let it fall. I hit the Pidgey, then the Pidgey dropped the fish, and now I got a fish.
I have so many questions about that, but I'm not going to.
Mom is disappointed she didn't have the house to herself for long. Don't forget to save your game. Oh, you're right. I should save.
All right. Well, that actually is a good opportunity for me to ask. We can, of course, keep going for like another hour if you want, but that also is a dramatically good time to end the session if you want.
I mean, I'm having fun. I still have energy. I'm down to keep going. How do you feel?
I'm good for either. I just wanted to make it an option.
Yeah, of course. I'd like to keep going.
Okay.
Yay.
So, after a good lunch prepared by your mother, maybe a bit of dinner as well, you sort of step back out into the air of Little Root Town. At this point, the sun is sort of coming down towards the horizon. You probably could make it to Oldale if you like went straight there and you didn't encounter any other Pokemon or trainers along the way. But you could conceivably make it to Oldale, no problem.
All right, let's give it a shot. And if I recall correctly from the anime or the TV show, they like Pokemon centers act also as inns.
They do indeed.
Okay. Yes. I will go straight shot towards Old Daletown.
Okay. So, the only thing I'm going to say here is that there is also a chance of a random encounter, but this is a roll I'll make before you would roll on the chart.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and roll. Yeah, with a 9, you're fine.
Okay.
So, you make it through the rolling hills of Route 101, and actually within maybe less than an hour, because you're sort of trudging along very quickly, you arrive in Old Daletown. And Old Daletown is a little bit bigger than Little Root. It actually has multiple buildings. It has 2 houses. It has a Pokemon Center. It has a Pokemart. And it has a few people milling about in the open sort of flower marked square. But you also see that the Pokemon Center is all lit up for the evening. There's people coming and going from the center. And in general, you have the run of the town for the moment.
Okay, I'm going to approach the people in the center of the town. I think Litten would still be out of the Pokeball and either sitting on my shoulder or falling behind me. And I'm just going to kind of like walk up to the first friendly face I see.
Okay. You actually wind up walking up to a older gentleman. And when I say older gentleman, I mean like almost grandpa levels old.
Oh, okay.
Has a cane. Sort of bent over, maybe has like a Santa Claus beard.
Okay.
And as you approach, he actually turns to look at you and goes, "Oh, hello there. It's quite the Pokemon you have there." And he points with his cane at the Litten.
Aw, thank you. I'm pretty new. I came from Little Root Town and I just started my Pokemon journey. I was wondering if you could tell me. Oh yeah.
Say no more. I know exactly what I need to show you. Hold on, I have something here. And he like pats his belt and he pulls out a Pokeball. I need to show you how to catch a Pokemon.
I was gonna say, is this the guy who teaches me how to catch a Pokemon? That's amazing. Sure. I mean, I just caught one, but I caught an additional one, so I have 2 Pokemon now. But I would love to see to learn from the master. Let's do it.
Well, if you've already caught one, and he looks a little bit downtrodden, like he's that sort of pathetic old man sad, which maybe tugs at your heartstrings a little bit.
I mean, it was a really tough time. Not gonna lie, my Litten almost fainted. It tried to attack me. I think I could use some pointers if you don't mind teaching me.
Sure. Let's go back to Route 101. And, you know, again, old man with cane takes a little bit to get there.
Yeah.
And
follow behind him.
As you go back to Route 101, he walks up towards a Zigzagoon. And we don't have to go through the whole process, but basically, he walks up to a Zigzagoon, waves his cane at it, and says, "Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is weaken it. Like this." And he picks up a rock and just pings the rock against Zigzagoon's head. And Zigzagoon just looks at it like, "What did you just?" And then as it's looking at him like, "What?" The old man says, "Right, now that it's confused, throw a Pokeball like this." And he throws a Pokeball, hits the Zigzagoon, and in classic fashion, it actually tings after a moment. And he says, "And there we have it, another Zigzagoon."
He has like 17.
One today.
Today. Oh my god.
Or was it the third? I can't remember.
Wow, I'm clapping. It's like, that was amazing. Oh, it took me like an hour to catch my Phoebus.
Well, you can never go wrong with a rock.
You're right. I should try that next time. All right, I've learned now, and I will give that a shot next time. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, young lady.
All right, I gotta make sure to keep some rocks on me. Or I gotta look for a rock. Maybe I won't carry it around all the time, but I'm kind of muttering to myself as as I walk up towards the Pokemon Center. Like, do I need to like check in? I'm assuming that like in order to, it's getting kind of dark, and I probably need to check into the Pokemon Center. So I'm gonna head over to the Pokemon Center and I assume stand in front of it where the automatic door will go like meow.
Yup. And I have a map for this. It's a big old map.
Oh, wow. What a modern Pokemon Center.
Modern indeed. And not only does it look to be a multi-tiered affair where there's a large front desk where Nurse Joy is taking people's Pokemon, running it against the machine. She's being helped by a Blissey. The upstairs seems to be an area where the trainers are congregating. You see trainers of all type. You see mountain climbers. You see young children, younger than you, playing with their Pokemon. You see a few like brooding types in the corners, just sort of keeping to themselves. But in general, you have pretty much free reign of the Pokemon Center to do with as you wish. The only thing I would say is that in order to sleep here, all you have to do is just go tell Nurse Joy, hey, I'm taking so-and-so bed, kind of a thing.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, so in the awkward lesbian fashion that I am, I will walk up to Nurse Joy. Do I know all this, or is this like I know this as me, but does Yuma in the game know all that stuff, or does she need the explanation?
I think it's common knowledge.
Okay.
And even if it wasn't, your Pokedex probably could have filled you in very quickly.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll walk up to Nurse Joy and be like, trying to think of a pickup line.
Take your time.
Let me see. Shoot. Chat, help me out. Pickup line. I'm gonna use my Pokedex to Google a
There you go, you got the internet.
Pokemon pickup lines. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna go up to her. The first one that I see. I'm going to lean against the counter and be like, hello, are you a Pikachu? Because you are shockingly beautiful.
The GM takes 5 psychic damage as he processes that. Roll me a cute.
Oh, okay.
And a perform.
A cute and a perform. Okay, so the generic roll. Cute and social perform. Roll.
Well, with 0 successes, Nurse Joy takes it in stride and says, oh, honey, bless your heart. I'm taken already, but I am flattered.
Aw, well, I'll like do a little snap and then be like, well, you can't blame a girl for trying.
Timing.
Amazing. Well, not too flustered from that. I will start to head over and towards the staircase. I'll like look over my shoulder and just say, I'll get a room later, but I want to see I want to meet some people upstairs. And then so.
Take your time, and of course, if you need any healing or directions, I'm here.
Thank you. And then I'm going to go up the staircase and just like kind of take in my surroundings a little bit, just to like see if there's anyone who looks friendly. Like probably wouldn't be approaching the emo brooding peeps, but
the ones in the corner.
Yeah. I'll probably actually go up to the mountain climber and just be like, hello, I am brand new to this whole Pokemon training thing. I was wondering if you could tell me, like, what's around here? Are there, like, is there any towns with a gym? I've got a map, but it doesn't really tell me all that much. It just tells me the names of different routes and, like towns, but it doesn't tell me if there's, like, a gym around here.
And the mountain climber himself, he's a larger gentleman. Not in terms of like fat, but just in general, he's just bigger built.
Big, tall guy.
Yeah, kind of tall, maybe has that strong Nordic blood where, you know, the physique kind of comes to him more naturally. And he is wearing almost like a turtleneck sweater, or maybe a tactical turtleneck, if you'll indulge me for a moment.
Yeah.
But he looks very friendly, looks extremely friendly, and his voice is also very welcoming. And he says, well, if you are new, can I see your map? I'd be happy to point out a few places.
Yes! And so I'll pull out the Pokedex with the map on it and show it to him. It's not marked with anything.
Yeah, so I'll actually zoom in so chat can kind of see what's going on here.
All right.
So he points at Old Daletown and says, "We're here. Of course, no gyms here. If you head to the west, you'll encounter Petalburg City. Now, the gym leader there, he's usually the 5th gym leader, so you kind of bypass him and keep going until you sort of curve up north through Petalburg Woods until you get to Rustboro City. And Rustboro City is usually where people start their gym challenge."
Oh, I see. Okay. And so, the Rustboro and, based on numbers, would I go north after that, do you think? Or would I go, like what's typically the second gym in the journey?
Well, I don't know the progress recently, but you see Route 116 here. They're currently trying to finish a tunnel between Rustboro and Daletown, and I don't think it's quite done yet. So yes, I think you have to actually curve up to the north through Meteor Falls, then through Fallboro Town, down to either Lava Ridge or Marville City.
Okay, got it. One more question. Do you happen to know like what kind of gym leader type Rustboro City gym leader has?
And he actually sort of winks at you and says, "I certainly can tell you that, but would it be more fun for you not to know?"
Well, that's fine too. I'll just try to be prepared for anything. How's I guess you've been climbing around here? Did you like succeed in your path? Did you do the route that you were trying to do, or have you not started yet?
Yes, indeed. Oh no, I'm actually fresh back from a little excursion earlier this morning. Climbed a mountain range to the north of Oakdale, and it was quite exhilarating. Even caught a skamori up there.
Oh, skamori, like the iron, like the steel bird.
You've got it.
Scars, yeah. Cool. Wow. I just happened to know that one by chance. Like, actually, I didn't know this Phoebius Pokemon, but I knew Skarmory for some reason. Wow, that's amazing. I hope that you have safe climbs for the rest of your excursions. I don't really know how to end conversations. Okay, go ahead.
Before you go, you said this was your first excursion, yes?
Yeah, this is literally the first town outside of my hometown.
Well, allow me to give you this then. And he takes off his big, backpacker's pack and puts it down on the ground and fishes around. And he pulls out an escape rope and hands it to you and says, "It's probably a good thing for you to have at least one on hand, for emergencies, of course."
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you. I use this. I remember. I'm supposed to use this to get out of places, right? Out of scary places.
Caves, scary buildings, many things, yes.
Awesome. Thank you. This will be really helpful. I appreciate it.
Of course. Happy to be of help.
And with that, I will kind of tuck it into my bag, give him a little bow. Litten will, I assume, do a little meow of appreciation also. And I'll take a look around. It sounded like there were some kids playing with their Pokemon. I'm curious to see what kind of Pokemon they have, because all of the Pokemon in this region are so foreign to me. So I'm gonna kind of walk over there and try to take a look.
Yeah, so I'll actually throw a few tokens on here so that you can see what's going on here. So one of the kids has a Poochyena, and the Poochyena is basically a big gray dog with sort of a black mask sort of pattern to its fur, black paws as well. Another youngster they're not really battling, they're sort of just play fighting. He has his Zigzagoon, the same thing you saw the old man capture earlier. And the Zigzagoon and Poochyena are kind of chasing each other's tails in a circle, and kids are cheering them on. And there's another youngster whose token is evading me for some reason. But that youngster has a Talo, so just basically a big old Robin as well.
Aww. I'm going to not really interact with them, but I just wanted to see what kind of Pokemon they had, just because I've never seen them before, and I was very curious. But they seem like they're having fun. I don't want to interrupt their fun time, so I'm going to just kind of look at Lytton maybe, and I'll be like, Lytton, did you want to play with them? And see what Lytton says.
Lytton sort of looks over and doesn't tilt its head away in like a dismissive fashion, but then sort of looks over at one of the ladies that's in one of the corners and meows and sort of points at her with one of its paws.
Ah. Okay. I see you, Lytton. I'm going to head over towards the last. Lytton looks over, looks at you, looks at them, knocks six bottles off the counter.
One does.
Yeah, and I will kind of give her a little like hat tilt and be like, "Hello there. I'm a brand new Pokemon trainer. I was wondering if you could, tell me a little bit about the area."
And just for description's sake, the lass is blonde-haired. It's curly. She's wearing a red leather blazer. Say that 6 times fast. Over a white shirt with sort of a small tie. And she actually kind of looks at you with a smile and says, "Well, aren't you just a tall drink of water? Do you say?"
Yeah. Me being the awkward lesbian that I am will just kind of be a little bit caught off guard at somebody else showing any interest, because so far the ladies I've gotten 0 for 2. And just be like, thank you. Speaking of water, I just caught a fish Pokemon. Kind of funny, huh? It's there's not even a body of water around here.
I think there's actually a body of water to the northeast, but still, that is interesting. What sort of water Pokemon? What sort of fish did you catch?
It's a Phoebus. It's named Celadon. I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna show off Celadon.
And actually, as you show it off, not only does this girl, her eyes sort of widen, she goes, "Ooh!" But you actually sort of notice that you're drawing stares from a lot of the trainers in the room, and before it gets like super awkward and you're like feeling down or like that you're being pressured. The lass says, "Oh wow, you found a shiny one."
A shiny one?
Yeah, they're usually like brown and blue. This is purple and blue.
Whoa! Really? That's crazy. Celadon, you're a shiny purple Phoebus. I'm going to kind of lean down a little bit and pick it up so that it's not just flopping around on the ground, and kind of nuzzle it with my cheek and be like, "Good job, you were born."
I was gonna say, let me check its nature real quick. I forget which nature I made.
Oh yeah, let me see.
Well,
I actually didn't check either.
It is a lonely nature, so I think it's just going to accept the cuddling and just sort of not flop against you, but it'll move a little bit.
Oh, lonely nature, Celadon. Okay, yeah, and so I will look over and be like, "Oh yeah, I just came from Little Root Town, and just a Pidgey happened to fly by that was carrying this little Celadon here, and I decided to save her from the clutches of that birdo."
Well, sorry, not often you see shinies. So you said you were new. Do you know how to evolve this Pokemon?
Evolve? No. Do I level it? Do I trade it? Can you tell me more?
I'd be happy to tell you more. Let's take a seat over here, though. And she sort of motions at one of the many couches and chairs on the second floor.
Okay. I will follow over. I guess, do they need water to live? Maybe I look down at it and I just like kind of ask it, do you want to go back in your Pokeball? Do you want, or?
And it nods with its eyes.
Okay.
Like, yes.
Yes, please take me away from this misery. It's nice that it's also a female gender. I just noticed that too. Natured lonely. So I will recall it back to its Pokeball. Please help, I'm dying. And then I will kind of take a seat. If it's a corner seat, then I'll take the seat like kind of interview across. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
So
perpendicular.
You sit down. The last says, my manners, of course. I'm Tiana. Nice to meet you.
Tiana, my name's Yuma. Nice to meet you.
And yes, evolving that Phoebios. So the Phoebios, if I remember my studies correctly, it evolves a little bit differently than other Pokemon. Like normally a Pokemon would evolve through battle experience or some form of a stone. Phoebios are a little bit different. They actually evolve when you sort of make them the most beautiful that you can. Are you familiar at all with Pokemon contests?
Actually, I've seen a couple on TV, but aside from how pretty they are, I don't really know much else than that.
Well, if you are interested in that sort of thing, you probably want to go to Mauville City and acquire a berry crusher, where you can make basically special food for your Pokemon that will raise its beauty. To be a little bit meta there.
Whoa. Oh, I also realized I wasn't hosting you, so I'm going to host you now. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Wow, that's crazy. So give it a nice, good diet, like some crushed berries, and it'll get all shinier and prettier and she'll get all shinier and prettier than she was before?
Yes, and when she feels like the prettiest girl in all of the ball, she'll evolve into a melodic.
A melodic? Oh, I don't know what that looks like at all.
Hold on, let me pull up a picture real quick. Right, shiny variant. One moment. Also, that one moment is because me as GM, I'm trying to find what I did with the stupid.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. The first Pokemon I caught was a shiny. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, sort of to give you a peek behind the screen, you rolled for the shiny encounter. Uh-huh. And the D2 was to determine whether it was a Magikarp or if it was a Phoebios.
Oh, cool.
Right,
boy, the Wi-Fi in this Pokemon Center is sure crappy. Wow.
Here is what she shows you.
And this is the shiny variant.
Yeah, that is the shiny variant. So Tiana sort of shows you this picture and goes, it is, it's actually a very well sought after Pokemon. I mean, to say I'm jealous is a bit of an understatement. Not only did you find such a thing like this, but you found a shiny one. It's unheard of.
Wow, that's crazy. I must have gotten really, really lucky. I'm going to like kind of look at the Pokeball and just be like, kind of like rub it against my cheek and be like, yay! I'm super glad that, I can't believe that Pidgey just flew by with a shiny Pokemon in its claws. I'm glad that I happened to be looking up at the time.
Well, as you'll find out on your journey, many strange things happen when you're a Pokemon trainer. I've sort of learned just to accept them as they come.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, strange things have already happened to me, and I'm like, just started this morning. I mean, I would love to, you seem to know a lot about Pokemon and about the Pokemon in this area. Would you like to exchange
She just takes your Pokedex and puts her number in it. She knows where this is going.
Regaining my composure and trying to be less giddy, I will just smile and kind of give her a little wink. Successful lesbian. Give her a little wink and be like, all right, well, I'll call you and yeah, I'll let you know how Celadon is doing. We'll see. When she evolves, I'll let you know. I'll call you up so we can meet up again, so we can so you can see her.
Yeah. Before you go though, do you know where you're headed next?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna pull out the map part of my Pokedex, and then kind of point to Route 102 and just be like, okay, I was talking to the mountain climber over there, and it looks like this is kind of where he suggested I go, kind of like go past Petalburg and into the woods, and then try to tackle the Rustboro City Gym.
Oh. Well, then you will see more of me in your very near future, because I actually hang out on Route 102 to test all the new trainers that come on through.
Oh, really? Wow. Maybe, well, I'm going to be staying here tonight, but maybe we'll get to battle then tomorrow.
Indeed, I look forward to it greatly.
Ooh. Okay, with kind of like a bit of a flustered look, I'm going to nod and slowly back away because I don't know how to end conversations, apparently. And just be like, all right, well, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna head downstairs and get ready for bed.
And as you awkwardly leave the conversation, she sort of giggles after you. And Chad's got it right. I should go at the Shepherd playbook. There you go. But yeah, I think that actually is the best time to end, because moving forward into the next few days, it's going to be a lot of battling or a lot of adventuring. So
Awesome.
Maybe it's best that we don't start that now and have to cut it off like halfway through.
Sure, yeah, sounds great.
Awesome. All right. Well, I mean, what did you think? That was first
Oh my gosh,
session
that was
with
so fun.
Poke Roll.
That was like super fun. I was like not sure what to expect when going into this. I mean, I know how your games go, but I wasn't sure how like the Pokemon system would work, and I didn't know if I had to do more research beforehand, but it was actually a lot more intuitive than I would have expected. So it was super cool. I had a lot of fun personally. What did you all think, chat?
Yeah, it sounds like chat from what I'm seeing already. They were having fun with it, which is what's important as well. And yeah, let me see if I have any redeems I got to catch up on. No, I think we're actually caught up on redeems. Cool. Nope, there we go. Confetti.
Yay! Confetti! Yeah, this was super great. I'm really excited for next week.
Wonderful. All right, so this is where I'm going to end the YouTube recording, but Twitch, stick around because we're going to find somebody to raid. But YouTube, we'll see you later.
Bye, YouTube.
All right, and now we need to find somebody to raid. Who do we want to raid today?
Oh, that's such a cute ending screen. You must save the game, but don't forget to save.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we could just raid Notori.
Oh, yeah.
That seems like the logical option.
That does seem like the logical option. Let's do that.
All right, so we're going to send you all over to Notori, and because Notori probably doesn't know what the hell happened, raid message will be Shiny Phoebios Raid.
Shiny Phoebus Raid. All right.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Glad you all had fun, and we'll see you in a week. Until then, later.
Bye, everyone.